Hello YouTube, I'm here with Miss Arcie's first grade class. We have not made a video in a while. It's been a few weeks that YouTube has been down at the school for a lot of people. So I'm going to try to start doing some Christmas and winter drawings for the next 2 weeks. So today we're going to do a little snow scene. All right, the main point of this is actually to teach you how to shade the sky and make shadows on the ground. So step one for people at home and here in the room. We're going to draw a line across the page, and don't make it perfectly straight. I want this to be snow, so it's kind of wavy up and down. Okay. Now, we're going to do two things. We're going to do a tree and a snowman. So let's do the tree first. Step one for the tree is two little lines like this for the trunk. Don't make them too high. Step two, we do a straight line for the bottom of the tree, and we want that trunk to be in the middle. So make sure that this side and this side are about the same length. Now what I like to do is our top of our tree needs to be in the middle. So I use my finger and I find the trunk and I draw a straight line up high and make a dot. And that's how I know where the point of the tree is going to be. Because if we made a dot over here, it would look like our tree was blowing over in the wind. And now, all I do is I go back and forth in a zigzag pattern. But watch what I do. Diagonal, straight over. Diagonal, straight over. Very little until I reach the point. Then I do the other side. Diagonal, little straight line. Diagonal, little straight line. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. That's just kind of what I say. And there's a tree. All right. Miss Arcie's room is being very quiet for you YouTubers at home. They're doing a really good job. Now next to the tree, let's make our snowman. So we're going to do 3 circles. The biggest circle's on the bottom. So on the bottom, draw a circle like this. It's kind of a half circle because you can see how it just touches the ground. All right. Our next circle is a little bit smaller. And our top circle is the smallest because that's the head. Like that. All right, now for our hat. Miss Arcie's room, should we do a top hat like Frosty wears, or should we do like a Santa hat? Raise your hand. Stop yelling. Raise your hand for a top hat. Raise your hand for a Santa hat. Oh, that's pretty even. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the top hat, and here's why. Because the copy I have is going to have the Santa hat, so you'll have one of each. So for the top hat, here's all you guys are going to do. You're going to draw a straight, not really a straight, but a line across the head like this. Then, double that line like this. On top of it, look how wide his head is. You don't want it to be real skinny. It's about the same width of his head. See how wide his head is? And all it is a rectangle shape like this. And if you really want it to look cool in 3D, all you have to do is do a little line underneath of it like this. And then it actually looks like it's sitting on his head. Shh. All right. For our nose, I always do the nose first because it's the biggest and it's a carrot. So all I'm going to do is make a little sideways triangle like that. I'm going to make 2 dots for eyes. Make some smaller dots for a mouth. and some bigger dots for buttons. Now, if you want, you could add arms. So I'm going to do one arm up like it's waving. Now, the arms are usually just sticks in a snowman that you find on the ground. So I'm going to make some sticks, and I'm going to make this arm down like that. And one thing that I see a lot of people mess up on is when they do snow, they make dots. You don't want to make a bunch of dots because snow is white. So what you want to actually do is draw circles. Little circles like this. And you don't need a lot of them to make it look like snow. You don't need a million dots. You just need some circles like that. Okay? Now, here's what I wanted to show you guys. As far as coloring goes, you can color the sky blue, or you could even make it look kind of like nighttime and maybe do a purple color to make it look a little bit darker. Here's how I color the sky. Watch. I start at the bottom, pushing very hard. Not very hard, but kind of hard. And then once I get up to about the end of that first snowball, I just press super light. We've talked about hand pressure shading before. Okay? And it gets so light that it almost disappears at the top. And the trick is to do that the whole way without coloring on your snow. On your little snowballs that are in the sky. You want to very carefully go around them. Like that. And you want to do that across the whole thing. For those of you that are in class, please be quiet and be patient. This will not take me long, and then you're going to get a copy to color if you messed up on yours. For those of you at home, don't try to color as fast as me. You could just watch me and then go back and do it later. And take your time, because I'm not even taking my time. I'm trying to go fast for the video. Okay. Now, here's another real cool thing, guys. You can actually draw a shadow in the snow. Okay? So, first thing I'm going to do is color in my tree, and then I want to show you how to make a shadow in the snow that makes it look way more realistic. So I'm going to add some color to my tree here. And I'm going to add some brown to the trunk. And now watch what I do for the snow. I mean for the shadow for my tree. I'm going to use the same color as the sky. Okay? And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a scribble. A tiny one for the trunk. Start wide. And get skinny for the tree. For the snowman, we have 3 circles, right, and a hat. So I'm going to scribble in 1 circle. They're not really circles, but it's kind of the shadow of a circle. And then his hat. And now I have the shadows. And all I have to add is some of my little details. And the last thing I'm going to do is color this part black because that's the 3D part of his hat. And voila! We are done with our shaded snow drawing. Good luck, guys. Miss Arcee's room. Say bye, YouTube.
Bye.